Hey everyone, welcome to your very last lesson of the year. I'm sitting outside, my feet are in my kid's swimming pool, waiting for him to wake up, and it's a beautiful day out. So here we go, we're going to multiply some we're going to do some multi-step equations. So multi-step equations are very similar to regular equations that we did earlier this week, but we might have some extra steps in it, like the parentheses or dividing bars. So what we want to do is we want to think about from the very outside, or the thing that's the furthest away from our variable, how do we get rid of it? So the thing that's the very furthest away from the variable is the 19. So how would I get rid of this 19? What's the opposite of add 9? Subtract 19. Then if this is gone, the thing that's the furthest from the x is the 2. So how would I eliminate the 2? Because it's being multiplied, I would divide. Then the thing that's the furthest from the x is the minus 8, so we'd add 8. Finally, we'd divide by 4. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. I need to subtract 19, subtract 19. I'm left with 2 times 4x minus 8 equals 40. Now I'm going to divide by 2. That's going to give me 4x minus 8 and 20. Now I need to add 8. That's going to leave me with 4x and 28. Finally, I'm going to divide by 4. That leaves me with x equals 7. What I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to give this one a shot. Fill it out completely, come back, check your work. Okay, you may have noticed it was the same problem. I did that on purpose. I really wanted you to focus on this top part up here. Hopefully you got it correct. Let's do a couple more problems together before you do your practice activity. Now, with the purple one, I have 12x plus 25. That whole sum divided by 13. All of this equals 13. So I need to ask myself, what's the thing that's furthest away from the x? The thing that's furthest away from the x is this divided by 13. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by 13 to get rid of it. This is going to cancel this out. And when I take 13 times 13, I'm going to get 109. Okay. Now, what's the thing that's furthest from the x? The thing that's furthest from the x is the 25, so I'm going to subtract 25. When I subtract 25, I get 484. 12x. So now I need to figure out what times 12 is 84. And x equals 7 because 7 times 12 is 84. Let's go ahead and look at the blue one. I have 19 minus the quotient of 5x and 2. I need to find the thing that's the furthest away from the x. The first thing that's the furthest away from the x is this 19. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 19 from both sides. Watch your negative signs. Now I have negative 5x divided by 2. This negative could also be put on the bottom. It doesn't matter, it keeps our fraction the same. So I'm going to put it on the bottom so then I can get rid of it right away. Negative 16 minus another 19 is 35 negative. Now, if I take this, I have 5x divided by 2. The thing that's the furthest away from the x is the divided by 2. So if I multiply by 2, I get 5x and negative. I get negative 35 times negative 2. That equals positive 70. Now I just have to figure out what 70 divided by 5 is. And 70 divided by 5 is 15. I'm sorry, 14. Didn't look right. Okay. Look at the green one. What's happening with the green one is I have some terms that I need to combine. Do you notice that this 24x and this negative 16x kind of sound the same? I need to combine those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 24 minus 16. When I take 24 and I subtract 16, I end up with 8x. I can also take this 12 and this 15 and combine them to get plus 27. That still equals 75. Now I solve like we were doing yesterday. So I'm going to subtract the 27, subtract the 27. I get 8x equals 75 minus 27 is 48. Divide by 8. X equals 6. Last one. This is a doozy. I have a number times 4 divided by 3 plus 2 times x minus 3 plus 7. So there's 2 x's in here, but I can't combine them yet. I gotta get rid of this 3 here. So when I do that, I'm gonna do that by, because it says divided by 3, I'm gonna multiply the whole, or the other side by 3. So we end up with 4x plus 2 times x minus 3 plus 7 equals, and 31 times 3 is 93. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to unfold this. So we need to distribute this. So we're going to end up with 4x plus 2x, because 2x and then 2 times negative 3 is minus 6 plus 7 equals 93. This is going to be 6x. This is going to be minus 1 equals 93. I'm going to add 1, add 1. I get 6x equals 94. Then I divide by 6. X equals 94 divided by 6. That is a decimal, which is okay. We get 15.6 repeating. The rest of it is up to you. You just have an assignment to do, and that's your last assignment of the year. Hope you have a great day.